Kick off your shoes and pick up a controller? It's time for planning phase. Planning phase is where I showcase an upcoming game that I'm excited about, and today I want to talk to you about Monsters Are Coming: Rock and Road. Developed by Ludogram and published by Raw Fury, Monsters Are Coming is a roguelite tower survivor with base building elements. That's kind of a mouthful. Use your peon to collect resources and protect your slowly moving town. But beware, the unrelenting horde of dark minions will be trying to thwart you every step of the way. Can you safely reach the arch? This game popped up on my Steam homepage, and after watching the trailers and checking out the screenshots, I had to download it. I've played a lot of survivor style games, and I played a ton of roguelite games, and I played a few tower defense games, but I've never played a tower survivor roguelite game. I found the concept of mixed styles immediately intriguing and couldn't wait to try the demo, and this one is an absolute banger. I haven't played too many games like this, and I'm having a tough time thinking of games to compare it to in order to paint a picture. Imagine a tower defense game, but instead of being stationary, the tower moves between checkpoints. You can also build onto this tower like it was your own personal Sim City. And at the same time, you control a freely moving character in a vampire survivor style kind of way. Then you're kind of getting close to the picture. Let's take a look at the gameplay and mechanics of Monsters Are Coming. Each run consists of guiding your roving town through various checkpoints, until you finally reach the arch. You play as a single peon worker that moves around independently of the town, fighting monsters and collecting resources. If the enemies make it to your town, it takes damage. If it reaches 0 HP, it is destroyed and your run is over. The worker component functions like how you would expect from most survivor style games. Use them to defeat enemies that will drop XP gems that you use to level up. Sound familiar? What differentiates this game from others in the genre is that the worker can do more than just beat down waves of enemies. Use your worker to chop down trees for wood, break open rocks for stone, or crack open veins for gold. Each of these resources have different uses that will help your town make it through to the arch. Wood increases the attack speed of your town. We'll get more into this in a little bit. Stone repairs your town and heals its HP. Gold can be used at checkpoints to buy improvements. We'll also get into this a little bit later too. Additionally, throughout the run, you'll encounter shrines and outposts that you can activate with your worker. These can provide special benefits, or just deal extra damage to help you clear out the wave. Sometimes you can even find chests that contain powerful upgrades or tools for your worker. The tools provide an added method of attack and can be used to create some powerful combinations. I mentioned before that you collect XP gems to level up. Well, in this game, when you level up, you can select towers to add to your town. And as you continue to play, you can add more and more towers, each with various offensive or passive abilities. These can range from buzzsaws that cut down trees and obstacles, to frost traps that freeze enemies in place, to forests that passively generate wood resources, or to massive cannons that fire off even more massive mortar shells. There are an impressive amount of towers you can unlock in place, and managing this part of the game is a lot of fun. If you unlock the same type of tower, you can stack them on top of each other to increase its level. This gives a big boost to damage and range, and sometimes a little extra bonus. Each town also has a set buildable grid area. The initial town has a massive, sprawling grid, so you can build a large town with a wide range of tower plots. While the caravan has a smaller, more compact grid, so you'll need to be diligent and purposeful with what you select. In either case, you need to be selective with your tower placement. There are certain ones that confer special bonuses to their neighbors. For instance, the laborers district improves all adjacent building damage by 50%. Or the forest that I previously mentioned will produce wood even faster if it's adjacent to more forest. Be careful though. If your peon dies, you're forced to place a tombstone in your city, taking up a valuable placement slot. It's little things like this that you'll need to be aware of if you're planning on maximizing your efficiency. It isn't strictly necessary, but it is fun to have an idea of your town planned out. Each attacking district has an attack speed, which can be improved by collecting wood during the run. Collecting enough can boost your speed to some insane levels. In a lot of these games, collecting resources really only matters for character or other long-term improvements, so it was kinda nice to see it have a more immediate effect. If you successfully get your town to a checkpoint, congratulations! You can take a short breather from the horde. You can take this time to collect some free loot and purchase some upgrades to your town with the gold you collected. Or if you're feeling frisky and risky, you can try to take on one of the side challenge routes for the sake of extra loot. I'm a big fan of games with optional gambles like this. It just gives a bit more power to the player and provides you with an opportunity for a decent payoff, but with an appropriate risk. Whenever you're ready to continue, purchase your town upgrades and get ready to keep on trucking. After the final checkpoint, you'll encounter a boss that you need to defeat. And once you do, the run is over. You successfully guided your town to the arch. This part of the gameplay loop has been an absolute blast to play. The peon you control feels good, and there's always something you can be doing as your castle is moving. It's true that once you get it fully up and running, you don't have to go out and collect resources, but then you'd be missing out on some valuable upgrade materials. Fighting the enemy waves is exciting, and you always get this sense that you're one misstep from being overrun, especially during the sequences where you activate shrines. You're constantly just dancing around trying to avoid taking too much damage, while attempting to keep the enemy numbers low. Even if you want to heavily prioritize resources, there's always the risk that enemies will overrun you due to how quick and close they can spawn. You really have to manage your time and risk well. After you finish your run, it's time to spend your hard-earned resources on progressing your account. A good roguelite is made stronger by its progression system, and I found the progression for monsters are coming to be surprisingly deep. All of your gathered wood, gold, and stone gets converted into planks, bars, and blocks. You can then use those on various upgrades to either your town or your peon. Some of the upgrades are small and not very impactful, while others are a bit stronger and have a higher percentage increase per level. Right now in the demo, you can only advance to level 3. It's not very clear if you'll be able to go higher in the main game, but I would assume so. Additionally, as you play, you can complete some small challenges to unlock more towers for your town, and tools for your peon. There are so many outlines in the demo, but only a select few are playable. But just seeing how many are present is impressive, and gives me pretty high hopes on replayability. As much as I am pretty stoked about this game, it does have some places where I think it can improve. Currently there isn't much in the way of explanations or tutorial. There are a few pop-ups that occur during your first run, but that's about it. I didn't even realize you could upgrade your towers until I selected a duplicate tower to place, and noticed that the HUD changed when I hovered over that same tower type. I may have missed that explanation when it was given, but I could not recall seeing it anywhere. Sometimes exploration and learning mechanics can be fun on your own, but I generally think it would have taken me a while to try and place a duplicate on top to discover that intentionally. Another small issue is that once you level up, you cannot skip or ignore the upgrade selection. You must choose something in order to progress. That can be a little bit hampering, especially if you've already filled out your town grid. This is also just a short demo, so the option to skip may still be present in the full game. It was just something I noticed when my grid started to fill up, and I was forced to make a selection. And if you're mega bad like I am, you may find that you're placing a ton of tombstones and not able to place useful towers anywhere. And lastly, even though I thoroughly am enjoying this gameplay loop, I can see how the people may say it gets repetitive. You currently play the same map and use so few towers in the demo that it's easy to find and constantly get a single overpowered build. Then you can kind of sit back and watch your tower clear everything. This is almost certainly due to it being a demo, however, as the full game looks to have a lot more variety across nearly all aspects. So why should you look into Monsters Are Coming Rockin' Road? Honestly, even though the roguelite genre is heavily saturated, I can't say I played a game quite like this one. I've never imagined adding a tower defense component to a survivor style game. It not only fits well, but it's a ton of fun. The runs themselves are quick. You should expect them to take roughly 20 to 25 minutes, which is great if you want to get in just a quick fun run between other activities, or just want to grind out a few runs in an extended session. And even though this is just a demo, the future of this game is looking bright. There are a lot of extra features that aren't present in the demo, but you can see in the menus. This includes 10 total town structures, 4 biomes to clear, and a buttload of towers and tools to unlock. The Steam listing mentions different classes for your peons, which would be freaking awesome. It's not clear if these will be distinct selectable classes, or if these will be classes through the tools you unlock. Who knows, but more classes and tools can only really be a good thing. There's just so much to look forward to that it's difficult not to be a little excited about this game. It's got a solid gameplay loop, a great progression system, and the promise of more stuff to come. I think that Monsters Are Coming does an excellent job of being unique in this amazing genre of games, and can potentially deserve a spot in your roguelite library. Did you get a chance to play the Monsters Are Coming demo? What's been your favorite tower to use? Is there anything you'd like to see more from this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Monsters Are Coming Rockin' Road does not have a release date yet, but you can check out the demo on Steam now.